as the result of successfully completing a program of study. Academic dress, also known in the United States as academia regalia, traditional clothing worn specifically in academic setting. It is more commonly seen nowadays only graduation ceremonies, but in former times academic dress was, and to a lesser extent in many ancient universities, still is worn on a daily basis. Academic institution. An institutional decided to a higher education and research, which grants academic degrees. Academic publishing describes a system of publishing that is necessary in order for academic scholars to review work and make it available for a wider audience. The system, which is probably disorganized enough not to merit the title, varied by field and is also always changing, if often slowly. Most academic work is published in journal, article, or book form. Active learning, a process whereby learners are actively engaged in the learning process rather than passively absorbing lectures. Active learning involves reading, writing, and discussion in solving problems, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. Active learning also involves comparative learning, a predisposition towards adults which some see as biased against children, youth, and all young people who are not addressed or viewed as adults. Adultism is popularly used to describe any discrimination against young people and is distinguished from ageism, which is simply prejudice on the grounds of age, not specifically against youth. Advanced Placement Program, a United States and Canada-based program that offers high school students the opportunity to receive university credit for their working during high school. Agricultural education, instruction about crop sciences, production, livestock management, soil and water conservation, and various other aspects of agriculture. Agricultural education includes instruction and food education, such as nutrition. Agricultural and food education improves the quality of life for all people by helping farmers increase production, conserve resources, and provide nutritious foods. Next step is aims and objectives. An aim expresses the purpose of the educational unit or course, whereas an objective is a statement of a goal which successfully participants are expected demonstrably to achieve before the course or unit completes. Alternative education describes a number of approaches to teaching and learning other than traditional publicly or privately run schools. These approaches can be applied to all students of all ages, from infancy to adulthood and all levels of education. Analysis: the action of taking something apart in order to study it. Andragogy, a theory of adult education proposed by the American educationist Malcolm Knowles from April 24, 1930 to November 27, 1997. Knowles held that andragogy, from the Greek words meaning main leading, should be distinguished from the more commonly taught pedagogy. Anti-bias curriculum, an active approach in educational that challenges interlocking system of oppression such as racism, sexism, ableism, ageism, homophobia, and all other isms. The objective of this approach to teaching is to eliminate bias found in various institutions. This approach attempts to provide children with a solid understanding of social problems and issues while equipping them with strategies to combat bias and improve social conditions for all. The next topic is art education. What is art education? So we go to translate about the art education. The area of learning that is based upon the visual arts, drawing, painting, sculpture, and design in such fine crafts as jewelry, poetry, weaving, fabrics, etc. And design applied to more practical fields such as commercial graphics and home furnishings. The term art education implies many things, but it is defined as instruction and programming in all arts disciplines, including but not limited to dance, music, visual art, theater, creative writing, media arts, history, criticism, and aesthetics. Art education encompasses all the visual and performing arts delivered in a standard based sequential approach by a qualifier structure. Assessment: the process of documenting, usually in measurable terms, knowledge, skills, attitudes, and beliefs. A teaching method using the asynchronous delivery of training materials or content using. Computer network technology. It is an approach to providing technology-based training that incorporates learner-centered models of instructions. The asynchronous format has been in existence for quite some time. However, new research and strategies suggest that this approach can enable learners to strategies suggest that increase knowledge and skills through self-paced and self-directed modules completed when the learner is prepared and motivated to learn. Autodidatism is an autodidact, also known as an automath, is a mostly self-taught person. Typically, someone who has an enthusiasm for self-education and a high degree of self-motivation. An approach to psychology based on the proposition that behavior can be researched scientifically without resource to inner mental states. It is a form of materialism, denying any independent significance